All right, guys, we're moving on to lesson 2, inputting some media. You guys have all inputted media over the past year and a half. We've linked video files, we've imported music, we've imported graphics. We have used the source browser to take care of all of that and to link media to certain types of bins. We're going to talk a little bit about the source browser, we're going to talk about linking, and we're going to talk a little bit about some Avid media files. So the first thing we're going to be doing is letting you know that there are 3 different ways that you can actually input media. So linking and importing, you already know, but you can also capture it from an actual videotape. It's kind of a lost format right now, but back during the day when I used to edit, that I actually would input all of my footage from an actual videotape. Avid was connected to a tape deck, and then I would actually output the final video to a videotape as well, and that's how it was played on our video server. Now everything is done with files, so it makes life a lot easier than having to scroll through tapes. So, but if you're working on a documentary or something that requires some type of archive tape, you could actually input the videotape if you needed to. So just something to be aware of. It's actually kind of a neat thing that Avid offers. So I have my project open, and I am going to just delete these files for right now. And I'm going to right-click, go to Input, and go to my source browser. Okay? Everybody knows how to get to the source browser. You can either right-click in a bin, or you can actually go up to File, Input, and go to Source Browser that way. In the source browser, you have all the drives available where you can actually find media listed on the left. Up here you have a few tabs. Okay, the Explore tabs allows you to explore all different media sources that are available to you on the computer. Okay, you can go to Favorites and actually save files under Favorites if you wanted to, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. You can also go to Recent and actually click on any of the folders that you have recently gone to. So you may want to really take advantage of the favorites as the school year kind of wraps up. It'll allow you to quickly find media files and media folders that are on the source browser without having to click through a bunch of different drives. So if you go, I'm going to go into my Avid Work drive, and I'm going to go to Avid Certification, and let's see, the instructor. I'm actually going to go into the media kit, and then I'm going to go into here, course materials, and project files. Okay, supplemental media. So if you look in under supplemental media, there is a folder that you're going to be using for one of your exercises called For Ingest Lesson 2. If you notice, I put a little star next to it. Okay, you can actually put stars next to different folders that you're going to use quite a bit. So that way, whenever you go into the source browser, you can click on Favorites, and here are the folders that you're going to be using. So it makes life a lot easier for you to find video files. So that is just going under Explorer and clicking on the little star button right here to label, okay, any of the clips or any of the folders that you want to go under your favorites. So it's actually pretty neat and makes life a little bit simpler. So I'm in the For Ingest Lesson 2, and here are the 3 clips that I'm going to be using. I can look at them through frame view, just like I can over in my bins. I can switch between frame and text view. Here's text view right here, and then here's frame view. One thing you probably didn't know is I can actually double click on these clips, and it loads up right into my source monitor. Now this doesn't mean that it's in my bin. It just means that I'm playing the video in my source monitor through my source browser. Okay, so I can actually check out the clip and see if this is actually the clip that I want to import. It makes life a little bit easier if you're dealing with hours and hours of footage. If you don't want to import all of the footage at the same time, you can actually go through in the source browser and find the clips that you want to use. So it's just it's a filtering system that you can use. I'm actually going to link to all three of them because I want all three of them. So what I'm going to do is down here, you have your link button and you have your import button. Okay, import will actually take these files, convert them to an Avid Media file, and put them directly into your bin. Linking, okay, will allow you to link the videos but keep the native format of the file. For example, this is a .mov file, and if I link to them, the video files that I play out of my bin, so now I'm actually playing these out of my bin, is actually feeding the source material from the student or the or the Avid work drive. If I can get the right one, the Avid work drive, it's actually reading it right from the .mov file. Okay, so again, you can link or import, and you can label your favorite file folders accordingly as needed. And don't forget, you can also pick which bin you want your media to go into. All right, so a lot of ways to help you organize your workflow as you begin to set up for a project. So as I have my footage in here, you notice I've clicked on this clip right here, 3C-4, and I'm playing through it. So when I play it, okay, it plays just fine. But if you notice when I scroll through it, it's kind of jumpy. Okay, so it kind of just jumps around. That is because of the lag of linking actual footage. Okay, now when you link footage, it has a little chain link next to it. That means this clip is linked to footage, to the actual source footage on the external hard drive. Okay, but say if I want to actually convert that file into an Avid native media file, you're going to do something called transcoding or consolidating. Okay, so prior to Media Composer 8.6, we're on 9.4 now, but prior to Media Composer 8.6, it was necessary to convert all the linked media to an Avid native media format prior to exporting your files. Even though we don't have to do this anymore, it's still advantageous to kind of convert linked media to an Avid native media format for best performance. And it actually helps with a kind of a worry-free media management. Many professional editors do this as a standard step in their workflow, just kind of after linking to the media. This is done using Consolidate and Transcode tool. So what is Consolidate and Transcode? So to consolidate a video clip, okay, you're actually making a copy of the media files without actually re-encoding the media. But if I transcode it, it's actually going to convert it to a native Avid media format. Okay, so what does all that mumbo jumbo mean? It basically means that Avid can have its own type of file. So we can import stuff into Avid and it can have its own type of file, okay, its own codec. So that's what we're going to do right now. So by right-clicking on this specific clip, I can go to Consolidate and Transcode. It's going to bring up this window right here. You can see I can click between Consolidate or Transcode. We're going to actually transcode the video, okay? So right here, I'm going to click on Avid Work. This is where I'm going to send my actual video files. And then I'm going to check the Transcode Only Linked Media button. That is right up here. By doing that, it allows me to only transcode the selected media folders, media files. Make sure you guys are paying attention. Down here, you can change your raster dimensions. We're going to convert our project frame rate, and we're going to use video resolution DNX HD60 MXF. So what does this mean? This is the actual name of the Avid codec. Okay, DNX HD. That is what Avid calls its codec. Okay, so instead of a .mov file, it's going to be a DNX HD file. We're going to convert our audio sample rates. Okay, and then you can check the run in background. If you check that button, you can still edit in Avid while your video transcodes, because sometimes you may transcode multiple clips and it may take a while. So by hitting run in background, you can actually keep working while that is happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit transcode. It's going to take just a second. It's going to convert 3C-4. And then if you look up here, it created a brand new clip for me. And it doesn't have the link on it. That means it converted it to an Avid media file. Okay? So instead of linking to the source material from either the edit share or my external drive, it's actually going to feed from the Avid media files folder. Okay. So now, if you notice, I click on this one so you can see the difference. Remember when I scrolled through it was kind of choppy? Now when I scroll through the transcoded one, watch how smooth it is. You can really see it as she's walking in. So when I click on that, as she's walking in, you can kind of see it's kind of jumpy. But when I play this one, you can kind of see it's almost like I'm moving. It's on videotape, and I'm just kind of scrolling back and forth through it. So consolidate and transcode, very cool tools. A lot of times what you can do is you can actually edit your sequence together, then transcode your entire sequence, so that way you're exporting an Avid native media format. So that is it for lesson 2. On to lesson 3. Leon out.